you guys were making 1,000-ish probably last year. So if you guys are pushing that envelope, I mean, are you guys closer to like 1,100?
Yeah, we just went off the fuel flow and we were almost 1,200 on that pass when it blew up. Yeah.
Now we're reaching these 163 mile an hour, you know, consistently. As we saw last night, it saved my life.
What's up, TRC fans? Don't miss our new event, King of the Open Road. Join the TRC team for an epic drag and drive experience you'll never forget. Coder features a scenic cruise, drag racing, and a car show. We'll see you out on the open road. What's up, guys? Javier from That Racing Channel. Welcome back to another one. We're out here at Snow Outlaws 2023. We're back again for the most wild snowmobile racing on the planet. These sleds make north of 1,000 horsepower. Word is a couple on the property are actually closer to the 1,100 horsepower range. Huge thank you to Jenny and Chad for bringing us back out. This is one of our favorite events of the year, and as well as Lakewoods Resort for allowing us to go racing on this amazingly beautiful property they have. A lot of these snowmobiles are rocking massive turbochargers. There's a couple of lone ones on the property. These guys are running E85, methanol, nitro, you name it. These are the baddest sleds on the planet. Let's get into it.
What's up, my man?
Yeah, how's it going?
It's good to see you again this year.
Oh yeah, happy to be back. Looking forward to everything.
Yeah, man. How did it go yesterday?
Oh, it went really good. You know, we're trying to figure out the track. We're slipping a little bit, so we're just trying to figure everything out. But fastest time was a 3:45 at 162 or 163.17. So we're getting there. Slowly but surely.
I think that was the quickest pass when we were here last year. The Grinch went that, and that was like the world record pass. So on a not so good surface, I was hearing. This thing's flying, man.
Oh, it's flying. They call it the Eagle for a reason. It's flying.
That's awesome, dude. And you drove this last year too, right?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I remember seeing this thing last year a bunch, and we didn't get a chance to really catch up with you too much last year. But what's the basic rundown? I think you mentioned it was like a 64, 66 last year, or what's changed since last year?
So pretty much almost the same setup. So we're 63, 64 turbo, HRC4, Hypersports built, Glen Hall tuned, billet bottom end, custom built, and then like a Hayabusa top end. This year we're trying to introduce some little nitrous, trying to get off the little line. Trying to clean up that 60 foot a little bit better. I mean, just trying some new things, trying to just keep up with, the whole entire field. Everybody's so close in racing, so just trying.
There's more blower sleds this year. Last year there was one. Now there's like 3 or 4 out there. And so regarding how much like horsepower this thing makes, probably right. I think we're right about 1,000 still, same as last year. Okay,
1,000 horsepower.
Man, that's wild. So how long have you been riding these things, man? Because I'll tell you, these things are a handful. We reviewed some of that footage from that GoPro, and you got a little wild last night. Like, it got out on you, and I saw you throw the chute. Like, man, it looks like a really wild ride. So I imagine you have quite a bit of experience riding these things.
Yeah, so this is, I think, my 3rd year riding this sled. I've raced asphalt sleds, Pro Mod, for a couple of years, and then hopped on this. So the parachute's brand new. We introduced that in grass racing last year. So that was something we wanted to push forward, to help be safer out there. Now we're reaching these 163 mile an hour, consistently. So we wanted to make it better. So as we saw last night, it saved my life, essentially. So right at the end of the track, it got squirrely, and when the chute threw out, it straightened me right up. So that's something that's being enforced now. So it's definitely wild.
So how do you actually, do you just press a button, or?
Yes. So right now we have it set up so I initiate it off the brake. So, and also it's off the speed sensor. So once they get up, above like 100 mile an hour, then once it senses the brake switch, it'll launch it. But now we are setting up on a timer. Whenever I let go of the 2-step button, it'll be on a timer. So we'll say essentially 3 seconds or 3.15 seconds, it'll throw the chute out. So one, we can help out. So when you're going across the traps, going that fast, it'll just throw it out automatically. Because if things start getting wild and you can't reach that brake.
Exactly. Anything can happen.
Yep. So we're going to do that, and also the timing. Timing's everything with a parachute. We're trying out new things. This is the first sled with it on it, so it's working great though. I mean, really happy to have it.
Good luck out there. We'll catch up with you between rounds.
All right. Yep.
All right, man. Thanks so much. What's up, Lance?
How's it going?
How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, man. Good to be here. Good to be here. So you are on the Spider-Man. Give us a basic rundown and how it's been going.
Yeah, so it's a Hypersports HRC4, 4-cylinder with 64, 66 millimeter turbo from Precision. We run this one on M5. It's got a 174-inch length track, power to the ground with Hypersports Snowchargers. So STM does the clutches on this. Last night in qualifying, we ran a 366 at 153.
So what is it going on here? I see you guys a bunch of belts here, and so you guys service that every single round?
Every pass. So yeah, we kind of our routine when we get back. Like you say, we only get an hour turnaround time, but by the time we get back to the trailer, that turns in about 45 minutes. So in between rounds, biggest thing is the clutching stuff. So every pass, this thing gets a new belt on it. We run one pass and then switch it out regardless of how it looks, just to be conservative with it. You can see here, I mean, this is a perfect example of what can happen, when these things let go, and it's just not.
So that'll let go at the top end.
Yeah, yep. That obviously can't win races with broken parts, so those are critical. Yeah, so we run an air clutch on this, billet STM clutches, and so every pass we pull everything apart, inspect it, make sure everything looks good, clean it up with acetone, and put it back together. A lot of this stuff though, especially on track conditions, I mean, power management is everything. So we're constantly reviewing, where power is being applied, how we're applying it, and making the refinements there to make sure that, one, we don't blow the track off, and start spinning early, and two, we don't get too aggressive and snap belts in half. So clutching and maintenance in between rounds is critical.
I mean, that's from what we've seen in the limited time we spent here. It's like they're all making roughly that 1,000 horsepower, and I've heard a couple guys mention maybe creeping up on 1,100 with some of these. Yeah. You know, which is wild to think about. But then it's, you know, it all comes down to, like you said, maintenance between rounds, making sure it goes A to B. Absolutely. But then, you know, cutting a light. Yeah. You still got that. It's kind of like a no prep deal type of thing, you know, because it's like, you know, I see you guys with the poking sticks out there, right? And you guys are just trying to find the hardest spot, or what exactly is going on there?
Yeah, so generally what we have is a crew member will go out there with a poking stick, and what they're doing is, so in between every round, they groom the track with a drag and tries to compact the snow back up. And what they're doing is they're trying to find the hardest spot to stick us on. So we don't want to get in the soft, fluffy stuff. We want to get in the good hard pack, and that's where we can get out of the hole and get going down the track.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you giving us the rundown. Good luck out there.
Awesome. Thank you.
What's going on, guys? It's good to see you again this year. So we're here with G-Force Racing. Give us a rundown on the sleds you guys brought, and then how's it going?
So we were actually running 3 sleds this year. We're running 2 Outlaw sleds. This one's a screw-charged 4-cylinder, all built by Hypersports. Link ECU, M&W ignition, Supreme Tool clutches. The other Outlaw sled is a turbocharged, basically the same engine combination, same ECU, same chassis, just a different power adder. We actually run this on 50% nitromethane. The other sled runs on M5. Then we have a Pro 55 sled that's limited to a 55 millimeter turbo, runs on Q16. Same chassis. It's a 2-cylinder. It's based off a factory Articat engine. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what Hypersports has done with these things. Craig and Glenn and Chase over there, I mean, they're so helpful. I learn something every time I work with Glenn. We've also been fortunate to have Shane Tecklenburg help us on this sled. So it's kind of cool to call a guy like that and bounce things off of him. So we're really, really safe with this sled right now, and we're just taking baby steps. We want to hold it together and see what we can do with it.
So last year we came out, there was only one of these things. I think the Grinch was out last year. He's not here this year, but we're happy to see there's a couple more now in the field. So this is awesome. So you guys are running the blower setup, you got the turbo setup, you got the 55, you guys are dabbling a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's a wild weekend. We've been running around like crazy, but it's a blast.
Yeah, man. So how do you guys, so the blower stuff is newer to you guys, I guess. So how does that compare to the turbo stuff? What are you guys seeing?
It's really different for me. It's a complete learning curve. Like I said, we're just trying to creep up on it. I mean, we try something. If it works, we keep heading that way. If not, we go back the other direction. But
it's got to be just a lot more power off the hit on the line, right?
Neat. Yeah, I mean, there's still just things we're learning. I've never really done anything with nitro before. M5 is kind of the most extreme fuel I've used. 250 horsepower per hole, you know, it's wild. This stuff is on the leading edge of motorsports right now. I mean, there's nothing else like it. I do all forms of racing. Just the thrash between rounds with these is just, there's nothing like it.
So you're tuning this thing. Now, Alec, you're driving them.
Yes, sir, I am.
So you're hopping back and forth on a couple of them? Are you doing the 2 Outlaws, or which ones are you doing?
I run the Outlaw and then the Pro X55, the Revo sled. So
you make a run, you come back, scramble to get on the other one?
My brother picks me up at the other end, and I'm right back on another sled going down for another run. So
heck yeah, man. Yeah. So that's awesome. So trying this new setup here with the blower, how does that feel differently to the turbo setup and, you know, that whole deal?
Definitely a lot faster off the hit. I mean, just going down the track, it's really, the whole sled's just different. It's in a different world of itself, and I mean, I'm loving it. We're having fun, blowing up once, but we're getting there, so we'll see what happens.
How long have you been, what's your story? So you've been doing this for a long time, or?
Yeah, so I've been racing for about 7 years. I jumped right into Outlaw my first year ever out on sleds. I been riding my whole life, and me and my dad just picked it up and said, let's see what we can do. And we're here now with three race sleds and being at the highest level. So
You guys make it look easy, but the amount of G-force that these things pull, when we're looking at this draggy data, is pretty mind-blowing. Like a lot of our fans, and we're coming from obviously like the cars, and we've done all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But like the 0 to 60 times and the 60 foots and all the stats when you compare it to like any other motorsport.
I heard we're the
pretty
third
crazy.
fastest. It's top rail cars, top fuel rail cars, and then fighter jets, and then I think we're third.
I believe it.
This yesterday, we lifted at 3.2 and coasted to a 430 in the 8th at 118.
So
That's insane.
it's just, yeah, we haven't.
Insane. For the guys that know the 8th mile car stuff, you know that's pretty damn fast.
We haven't got a chance to run the 500 foot yet. I keep cutting out 450, just trying to preserve the engine for now. But
Yeah.
we'll see what happens when we run the 500 feet.
Yeah,
So,
well, love to see it. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch up with you in between rounds here, and good luck out there.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Greg, what's up, my man?
Hey, how's it going?
It's good to see you.
Glad to have you back.
It's been a whole year.
It has.
Exactly.
It has.
And it's good to be back, man. So I gotta ask, I saw a clip somewhere before we came here, and we were looking some stuff up, and I thought I saw a snowmobile going like almost 200 miles an hour or something.
Yeah.
Like, what's that about, man? What are you guys doing out there?
So that's a customer that we partnered with several years ago, and the objective when we did it, was to build a speed run sled, which speed run stuff that is recognized in the United States is 1,000 feet, not quarter mile. And Baines Brothers, that deal is spearheaded by Kyle Baines, and his brother rides it, and that's Chris Baines, kind of the Baines family deal. Finally got a chance to build and prepare after much hard work and kind of redesigning everything, and we had some pretty good success with it a couple weeks ago at Spicer. We went 198.67 in 1,000 feet. That's a pretty big deal. It's there's a lot of challenges which a lot of people may or may not understand, is that this is not a wheel-driven vehicle, so with the track and the reciprocating and rotating, and there's it's just really, really challenging to get that track constantly changing directions. And we're gonna go conditions and weather allowing. We're gonna go next weekend, and we're going to once again attempt to go 200 miles an hour. It seems like we're really close, but 1.33 miles an hour away, that's still a long ways away. So we've got to have good conditions, and we've got to have a lot of things work in our favor in order for us to potentially have an opportunity to achieve our goal.
All right, well, we're looking forward to getting in eliminations here, and should be an exciting race. I appreciate you, appreciate your time, and we'll see you in a little while here.
Yeah, thanks for
man.
coming back, fellas. We love having you.
Thanks.
Controllers in, the right lane, be Alex Gibbons. Here we go. Will be in the right lane. Closest to the shore are Dustin in the Hogan Racing. So Spider-Man now. Well, this is round one. Outlaw, Megan Bannon. Nortel out of Lincolnshire, Illinois, will now face Ethan Earhart, the bridesmaid out of Trier, Iowa, in the Blackwood Black Mamba.
Yo, what's up, brother?
What's up?
It's good to see you again, man.
Yeah, good to see you. Glad to see you out.
Been exactly a year.
Yes,
and
that's correct.
we're so happy to be back. It's all torn apart right now.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a ton of carnage.
A little bit of carnage here.
A ton of carnage, man. Give us the rundown. It's been a rough week.
It's been a little of a struggle, but you know, when you're pushing the envelope, it's always the thing, right? So we had a pretty good showing on the first race in Rice Lake. Made it to the semifinals, and you know how it goes with a new sled and you know, trying new things. This is our same sled we had from last year, but whole new engine package for this year, trying to, you know, push a little more horsepower. You know the game, so it's one of those things. But yeah, we've been really happy with the results, but we're still have a little more to go. But we'll give you a little inside peek of what it looks like on the underhood of one of these motors and inside of one of these 1,000 horsepower snowmobiles, and they're pretty rowdy.
So you guys were making 1,000-ish probably last year. So
Yeah.
if you guys are pushing that envelope, I mean, are you guys closer to like 1,100?
Yeah, we just went off the fuel flow, and we were almost 1,200 on that pass when it blew up. Yeah. So
insane.
yeah, and the fuel flow is pretty doggone accurate as far as that goes off of the dyno and stuff. So yeah, we're getting there. It's just, you know, keeping everything happy, and you know, when you push the envelope, you know, there's things that happen. But we had a good run today, and it was a real close race. I mean, it was right at the finish line today, so you know, you can't be mad at that. But you know, we'll get her back together and try again.
Yeah, man. So I guess I know you guys were thrashing to get it here. So I think you guys were
time.
testing and then heard it, but then got it back together.
Yeah,
run us through that.
So we have our own test track at the house there, and so yeah, we were out. You know, we've been testing. We've got tons and tons of pass on this sled, and you know, so we were out. We had a little blow up out there. We tried some things, and so we've been thrashing for the last 3 days to get this thing back together. We were able to get some parts from Hypersports, and everyone's been kind of helping us out, so it's been really, really great that, you know, there's a lot of people around to help us. You know, we got some really good guys behind all of this, you know, with John Koza and Koza Performance and Hogan Racing, everybody. So it's, you know, Hypersports, all of the guys have really helped us, but it's been a journey, to say the least. You know, I think me and John slept about 4 hours in the last 3 days, so you know how that goes. But we were here, the sled was running, we made it to the starting line. We got a decent shakedown pass last night just to break the motor back in of all fresh stuff, and went out today and gave her it. So it was good. You know, it was a real close race, and that's all you can ask for in racing, right? You know. So if you check this out here, so this is kind of some of the special stuff we've been working on. So this is our a little bit different cylinder head with some different stuff in it. But yeah, we just basically, what happened here is the head walked. So if you look, it torched basically all 4 cylinders out because the head was actually, you know, waving through. It wasn't actually burning or melting. As you can see, the pistons are everything's still perfect, but it walked the head, and then the gasket is the weak spot. So we got some new things to try, and we're gonna get her back together. We've got a new billet head in the works, so you know, that'll be a big upgrade. So, well, see, and we knew we were off on the first blow up, so we literally walked around and went to the Northwoods and bought all the JB Weld we could possibly find, and we tried filling the head with JB Weld. Well, it worked all right, but you know, when it does blow up, it's not pretty. But yeah, as you can see, there's some definite carnage there, you know, when they come out and do it. But it's weird because, you know, normally when stuff is torched or anything, you'd have the valves missing or, you know, stuff blown in, and all that's still perfect. So that's why it's one of those things where we kind of know what's going on, but just got to get there, you know.
Thank you.
What's up, brother? So,
how's it going?
Semifinals. How'd it go?
Fell a little short. We had an issue where it slipped the belt and then ended up hitting boost safety. So dropped ignition, dropped fuel, and at that point pedaled it once, but I mean there was no catching him. Austin made a great pass. I mean he did what he needed to do, made it A to B, and nothing you can do when you hit something to 500 feet, just no ground to make back up.
Oh, yeah. Sure, man. Well, that's racing.
It is.
Right?
It absolutely is. Live to see another day. And
you guys put on quite a show, the past couple days, and I appreciate the hospitality. You guys have been super awesome. Thank you so much, man. And I hope to see you out at the next one.
Likewise, buddy.
Thanks,
I appreciate
man.
you guys coming out.
Take care. What's up, my man?
Good, man. How are you?
It's good to see you out here. So we got the John Deere sled here. We got something a little different from everybody else. We got a Procharger on this thing. So you've been killing it out here so far this weekend. Give us the rundown. How has it been so far?
Fairly well. I was very consistent. Point A to point B very well. Little belt slippage here and there, but I think we got it wrapped up. Procharger, it seems to handle very well. For the nitromethane, it's a good combination. HRC 4 block, Procharged 174.
How much boost you guys running through the setup, do you know?
You could turn about 38 pounds when she's moving.
That's a lot of boost, man.
She definitely makes over 1,000 horsepower, that's for sure.
You mentioned earlier that this is your first time running Outlaw.
This is my first year on an Outlaw.
You did a certain class before that, like Pro 55 or?
Yeah, we started with the Pro mods, got into the 55s, and this is the first year with the Outlaw, and I'm pretty well hooked. I'm kind of forgetting about the other classes and just focusing on this one. It's an adrenaline rush that I can't even explain. Don't even really feel like you're going that fast. Yeah, I've been riding my whole life. This is a whole new breed of riding, but I'm getting used to it. It's like riding a bike. Sure. Never forget.
Well, good luck out there, and yeah, we'll see how it turns out. We'll catch up with you after.
You got it, man.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hell yeah, brother. Congrats, man.
Thank you, man. Huge win.
That's a big win, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Last race of the season.
Yeah, first time ever winning here. Fuck, feels great.
Yeah, man. How's it feel?
Oh, it feels great. Everything came together.
I can tell before the run, man, you were in your game mode. You had your game face on, focus. That always feels good to win a check and have some fun, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What's up, brother?
How you doing, man?
Dude, runner-up. Even though it's not the gold, man, you put up a hell of a fight. It was a hell of a showing the first time out, man.
Thank you. I would have did pretty good if the belt wasn't slipping, but I'll take second. That's a win in my books.
Yeah, man. Especially first time out in the Outlaw class.
Yep.
These are some bad rides, some bad dudes that have a lot of experience under their belts with this, and you absolutely kick butt, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
Congratulations,
it.
man.
Thank you.
We'll see you next year, hopefully.
I'll be there.
All right, bro.
Racing were nice enough to lend us a couple sleds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna try a couple of them. We got like a 300 horsepower one.
Yep,
You said?
yeah. We'll start you off on
So that's like what, bolt-ons?
Yeah. So this is like, so the first sled. This is like what we all ride on the trail. So this sled, you put pump gas in, get on that thing, drive it anywhere. Have
That's
fun.
a cruiser.
Yeah, it makes 300, no problem, all day.
Cruiser makes 300.
Yeah, ride it to the gas station like that. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
And you get a little feel on this one, then we'll get the bad boy out for you.
And the bad boy's the 450?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get the high country out for you. So yeah, you guys can just literally mess around out here. I mean, if the further you go out down there, it'll be smoother and mess around, but you can see like where Danny's at out there.
Hell yeah. What's up, my man?
What's going on?
So you got here, this is the starter sled, I heard.
This is the starter sled.
Starter
yeah.
sled
This
with
is the
300
starter
horsepower.
sled. Yep.
What do you think?
This thing is f***ing awesome.
Makes all the right sounds, don't it?
Holy sh**. Dude.
I seen you, I was like, oh, he's getting it now.
Bro, I need like another 100 horsepower.
You want it? You ready?
100%.
We got it. Oh, you know, we got plenty more.
100%.
This one's a 19 High Country DR9000 Arctic Cat. We just got, you know, a little bit of a saucy kit on this one. We got billet clutches, STM billet clutches. We got big turbo on this side. This sled makes about 500. It's got a gap flasher and turbo dynamics tune and everything on it. And it's all Bluetooth, so we can tune them with our cell phones and like anti-lag, change boost.
Oh, no way.
Everything on the cell phone, yep, it's real sweet. And the 3-cylinder 998, so it's a 1000 cc motor.
Dude, this thing will put some hair on your chest, dude. I'm shaking a little bit. Yeah, that is f***ing bad, bro. Oh man, dude, thank you guys so much.
Problem, dude.
My adrenaline's like at about a 9 right now.
Sure you don't want to watch ones?
Huh?
Sure you don't want to watch
This one?
ones?
Actually, yeah.
That one.
Yeah, f it, let's try it.
I'll line you up.
Film it, because it's either going to be really awesome or I'm flying off this thing. Hell yeah. This thing is f***ing sick, dude. Holy sh**.
Little rider off the button, huh?
That's a ride. Dude, that's where the fun's at.
That's where the fun's at.
Yo, I'm out there making rolling hits like, this is cool. Holy sh**.
You do that, you don't do many more roll hits.
Oh my god. Dude, this felt like a, legit, it felt like a Tesla. So this is a different like deal than like the other, than like the outlaw sleds and all that shit, right?
So this is more like a mountain track that we cut down. See, if you look, all these lugs are cut down so they're real stiff. And then we run like 2-inch studs on them.
Yeah, I noticed this, is it the suspension or whatever, but it's stiffer.
Yeah.
Like I felt those like, those little trenches
the rails,
more.
because I had stock rails on this. I made 2 hits on ice around Christmas time, and I bent one rail and I snapped another one. So I put these in there. These are supposed to be stronger, and I mean, I would say they definitely are strong.
Oh yeah. But it makes suspension a little harder. But it launches way better.
It wasn't bad though. No. It was just, I could tell it was slightly stiffer than that one.
Yeah.
So when I just launched it there, what was the 2-step set at, do you think?
Hey, what? 6 pounds? Yeah, so you launch on 6
pounds. And what RPM does that like?
I think on this one,
It's around 3,300.
yeah, 33,
Okay.
34.
Well, whatever you guys doing worked, because
that
felt like a Tesla plaid launch or something, dude. Like
it's probably pretty similar.
that put my fucking nutsack in my throat, man.
When you ride a snowmobile for the first time, you have to anti-lag it. Oh Lord, it's gonna launch. Oh
good, man.
You good?
I'm good, bro.
All right.
That scratched the itch twice. Oh my god.
You know what's crazy? Trying to go on it real slow, it wasn't doing so good. But as soon as you get it and you give it to it, it feels like it.
Oh yeah.
It plants.
Oh, yeah.
And then just when I thought that I was all the way on it, I was like, oh god, I'm going fast. And I was like, I wonder if there's any more. And I go to squeeze. Look, there's a lot more. Yeah, there's a lot more. Those things are fast. Oh, dude, they're so wild.
All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Huge shout out to the guys at Hogan Racing. We had an absolute blast out here. We hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll see you guys next time.